But even after he got me, treated me like literal dog shit, okay? And this is why this is called I Dated a Narcissist, because this is the worst relationship I've ever been in life. Like, in life, I'm not exaggerating. Like, okay, hey friend, welcome back to another video. Obviously, if you read the title, we're doing something completely different today.
Show you the way love's supposed to be. Baby, you should let me
But obviously, today I'm going to tell y'all the story of how I dated a narcissist. I'm not even finna kiki. I'm not even finna play around. We finna go ahead and get into it. Why? Because this is a long video, okay? So go ahead and get you a snack, get you something to drink, get you a little blanket, chill. Even if you're doing something, put this on in the background. Because I'm about to tell y'all this crazy story of how I dated a narcissist. Now, also, before I tell this story, you already know what I'm gonna ask you. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, bro. Please. How am I know y'all want more videos? How am I know you're watching? You can't just watch and not interact. I just feel like the bad thing. But that's besides the point. Starting off first is first. I'm not saying that this man is a diagnosed narcissist, okay? Because you can't be a diagnosed narcissist. But I'm not saying that. So I'm not diagnosing this man. I'm saying from what I've been through, from what I witnessed, it's giving narcissistic traits. Okay? And y'all can tell me if I'm right or wrong. But let me go ahead and tell y'all what a narcissist is, so we can all have a clear understanding and no one's confused. Okay? A narcissist is someone who has an inflated sense of self-importance, constantly needs admiration and attention, and usually lacks empathy for others. That's what a narcissist is, y'all. Basically, somebody that makes it all about them and they use other people to get what they want. At the end of the day, once they don't need you, you're no longer needed. It all started back in 2021. So, right after COVID. At that time, I was dating someone else, okay? We're going to call this person, y'all, T. Okay? I was dating T at the time. I had my own apartment / dorm because I was staying on campus, but it was like an apartment. I had the master bedroom. I was staying with my best friend and another roommate at the time. T was staying with me at the time. I wouldn't say he was staying with me, but he was just like there constantly. You might as well say he was staying there. I'm not gonna lie. But he was staying there. And you know, if you've been around your significant other for a while, you start to peep stuff that you don't like. You start to get irritated. You start to be like, you are in my bubble and there's no space. That just goes to say, we just kept bumping heads. Boom, boom. Now, T had a friend. And we're going to call this friend Derek. Okay? Derek and T used to be friends back in high school. Now, mind you, that don't have nothing to do with me. I don't know what the hell they had going on. But that was them. They used to be friends in high school. Me and T are getting into it. He's like, you know what? I'm going to go move in with Derek. Okay? Mind you, Derek lives probably 10 minutes from the campus. So he's not that far. But this is Derek's living situation. Derek has a girl best friend, and we're going to call her Candy. Okay? So Candy is staying with Derek. Now, mind you, Derek is in an apartment situation where it's 4 bedrooms. 4? Girl, you gonna hold up 8? Jesus. Okay. 4 bedrooms. Thank you. And he's in one. There's another room, but that's occupied by somebody else. And then the other 2 rooms are just vacant. Nobody stays in those. They're locked. Can't nobody get in those. But at this time, Candy had managed to get into the room, so she was staying in the other room. So I was like, so you're gonna go stay with Derek and Candy when Derek already don't have nowhere for Candy to be? I don't know, the math just wasn't mathing. So he was like, no, I'm gonna sleep on the couch. It's not that big of a deal. I just want to give us some space so we can like stop arguing. Whatever. So I'm like, cool. I just want you out of here. I'm over it too. Whatever floats your boat, babe. So he goes over there, right? Now, mind you, prior to this, I had only met Derek a couple times. We had only talked a couple times, but I only knew Derek through T. Okay? I didn't know him from nobody else. After T was at Derek's for like a while, Derek would say the only way he could kick it with us is if he would come over by himself. By us, I mean me and my best friend. So I was like, but why can't T come? And he would say that T can't come because T's doing stuff with Candy. What do you mean he's doing stuff with Candy? And he was like, well, I'm going to prove to you that your dude is a cheater. Like, he be cheating on you. What? Then again, T in the past had some cheating habits. So when he said it, it wasn't like that crazy. It was just more like, why would he do it with Candy? Because mind you, Candy, T, and Derek all went to the same high school. I didn't go to that high school. So whatever situation they had going on must have still been transpiring to now. So boom, right? Derek's coming over. We're kicking it. As we're kicking it, he's telling me all these things. He's like, yeah, T's cheating on you with Candy. I caught them in the bed. They weren't necessarily sleeping together, but like they woke up on like in the same bed. I just thought it was weird. Blase, blase, blase. So I'm confronting T. I'm like, so you went over there just to kick it with Candy? And he's like, no, Candy been all in my face. I don't know what you're talking about, this, that, and the third. But mind you, in the midst of this, Derek is in my ear constantly. He's cheating on you. I'm better for you. You shouldn't let no dude do that to you. You deserve somebody better, this, that, and the third. And it's like messing with my head because, like I said, T has cheated in the past. So it's like he's using information that T and I have told him, but like reversing it to make it seem like he was, I don't know. I don't really know if T was cheating or not, but it led me to break up with him. So after I break up with T, he's just like, yeah, well, I'm glad you broke up with him. You didn't really need him anyway. Woo-doo-doo-doo. And in this time, I'm like in a limbo because I'm like, dang, now I kind of like Derek because maybe he is the better guy and T is a bad guy because he's been cheating. And I'm like, young, dumb, and 21. Like, I'm just like, cool. I need time to decide. So I'm deciding. I end up not wanting T, and I'm like, you know what? We're gonna try this with Derek because T, I done gave you so many chances in the past. I feel like you just don't deserve no more chances. But you know what? Because mind you, Karma loves to come and get me. Because, girl, they sent me Derek, okay? After I took this little break to think about, like, who I wanted, what I wanted to do. Soon after that, and I got it together and I decided I want to choose Derek, I hit Derek up, right? And I'm like, hey, so I finally made my mind up and I think we should really, like, give this a try. I think, like, we should do this. Like, let's do this thing. Like, come on. And this man told me, he was like, no, I'm not ready for a relationship. Like, you should have told me that you was gonna do that before you decided you wanted to be with me. And I'm like, well, what did you think I needed time to think about it was for? And he was like, oh, well, I just feel like you waited so long. Girl, so you in my ear like a bug telling me that my dude is doing this, that, and the third with your girl best friend. I break up with him and then you don't even want me to... Okay. Okay, girl. Some time passes, right? And I call myself being dumb 21 again, trying to pursue this man because I'm like, I don't know what I truly did for you to just not give two fucks about me anymore, but that's weird. So, boom, this one particular day, I asked him, because like I said, he had an apartment, but I was also staying in a dorm/apartment situation. But I didn't have my own car. He was the only person with a car, mind you. So, boom. I asked him, I said, can I come over and kick it with you later? He's like, yeah. You know, time's passing, and it gets to the time around where he was supposed to come pick me up and I'm supposed to come kick it with you. Y'all, when I tell you this man didn't say nothing the whole day, the whole day, to the point I'm like losing my goddamn marbles. I'm like, okay, well, maybe something happened. Maybe he's not feeling good. Maybe he fell asleep. I don't know. So I'm blowing his phone down. Blowing his phone down. He's not answering. But it's ringing. So I'm like, your phone's not dead. Okay. So I'm like, you know what? Let me go surprise him. Why not? You know, I didn't have a car, mind you. So I take my happy ass to the corner store, go get his favorite snacks, call an Uber with the money that I don't have to his apartments, and I wait outside the door. Yes, I know. Let's remember the fact that I'm 21 and dumb, okay, as you're listening to this. But I'm at the door, right? And I'm just knocking. Nothing. Knocking. Nothing. Y'all, I was there so long, his other roommate had to come and open the door. He was like, are you trying to get in? Are you lost? And I was like, yeah, I've been trying to get in for like 30 minutes. Like, I look like a psychopath. Like, I look crazy. And mind you, it was cold as shit. Girl, I get inside and I go into this man's room. This man, I kid you not, scrolling on his phone after I was blowing his shit down. Like, I was in such disbelief because I've never been in a situation like this. I've never like dealt with somebody that just so blatantly disrespects you and literally don't give a fuck. Cause this man looked up from his phone and he deadass. He was like, what are you doing here? Why are you here? Who let you in? Why would you come in here? Man, the reason I didn't come pick you up because I got a lot of stuff going on. Like, I just didn't feel like dealing with you, and now I gotta take you back, right? Mind you, I'm looking dumb stupid with your favorite snacks in my hand, and I'm with a little backpack. Like, okay. You know, communication is key. You could have said that. You could have easily texted while you were scrolling on that phone. You could have easily texted and been like, hey, something popped up. I'm going through something. I just really don't feel like having company right now. But anyways, right? Get in there. He says that to me. And I'm like, well, yeah, you got to take me back because I caught an Uber over here. He's like, yeah, whatever. Sit down. Da, da, da. So I sit down. And mind y'all, every time I would go over to his apartment, it was just like whatever he wanted to do, whatever he wanted to eat, whatever he wanted to watch, whatever he wanted to talk about. And girl, 9 times out of 10, he wanted to talk about tea, which was so bizarre to me. Like, sir, I'm with you now. Why are we still talking about tea? Like, but I don't know if it was him trying to prove a point or like he just wanted to say, ha, suck your bitch, and what you gonna do? But it's like, even after he got me, y'all, and here's the kicker, but even after he got me, treated me like literal dog shit, okay? And this is why this is called I Dated a Narcissist, because this is the worst relationship I've ever been in life. Like, in life, I'm not exaggerating. Like, okay, now let's get into the real tea. That was just how we met and how we got together. Now I'm gonna tell y'all the instances that this man did that made me, I had to get up out of there. I had to leave. So fast forward, okay, not that long. I want to say probably a couple months, right? He decides, let's go on a Louisiana trip. You know, let's go on a Louisiana trip. I have people from Louisiana. I've been to Louisiana before, so it wasn't nothing, you know, different or special. But he was like, we're going to go to Louisiana so, you know, you can meet my people. So I'm like, oh, snap, you know, we taking the next step in a relationship, okay, after you treated me like shit for our butt, oh, you know? But he's like, yeah, but I'm gonna bring my play sister. We gonna play, oh, girl, we gonna call play sister Abby. So he was like, I'm gonna bring Abby to ride with us because Abby stayed in Louisiana. So she was basically gonna ride down to get me with him, and then we all was gonna ride back. Make sense? Okay. So, boom. In this car ride, everything's cool, fine, and dandy, but like, I'm tired. I'm gonna go to sleep, sister. He's mad at me on this car ride because I can't stay up. He's like, oh, you're lame. You don't want to stay up and you don't want to talk. You don't want to even listen to the music or nothing. You just want to sleep the whole car ride. This is why I had to bring Abby, because if I didn't bring Abby, I was going to be bored and da-da-da. And I'm like, damn, a bitch. God forbid I'm tired. Like, God forbid I'm tired. God forbid I need sleep. My God, I've been up since this morning packing so we can go on this 4-hour road trip, and you're mad because I want a little bit of rest? Okay, whatever. We get there, right? Mind you, when we get there, before we get out the car, he's like, this is my sister's house. Don't be looking at my sister any kind of way because I know you used to be whoop-de-woo and is the... Sir, don't nobody want your sister. Like, I'm here with you. You be and that was my thing. He would worry about the wrong things. You worried about something that somebody ain't even think about. You're literally coming up with shit out of your ass. Like, I don't even know where you got this from. But when he said this, I'm like confused. I'm okay, whatever. We get to the door and we come inside. Mind you, they're like, oh, hey, like, da da da. I walk in the door. They're like, oh, who this? Who's this? Who? Abby? They talking about me. So you didn't tell these people that I was coming with you? And that we were staying here? Mind y'all, we were supposed to be staying in Louisiana, I think, for like a week or two. You didn't tell these people. We get in, we're settled, we're like in the back room, whatever. The people's house that we were staying at was another play sister of his, but I don't know if that was his play sister or his actual sister. One of the two, but it was a sister of his, okay? And she had a wife and they had 2 kids, 2 babies. Not like baby babies, but kids that basically run around, toddlers, okay? We stayed in the back room, right? It was one day. I was hungry. I don't like going in people's kitchen. I don't like asking people for stuff that I don't know. And he already was a snapping turtle. So if you ask him any damn thing, he cop an attitude and want to flash the hell out. So I felt like, great, I'm in a situation where I don't know where I am. I don't know who these people are. I don't have transportation. And I'm hungry. And I have to depend on Derek. Yes. We love that. We love that we have to depend on Derek. So, I don't say nothing the whole day. Mind you, I'm waiting for like some point for him to be like, hey, you hungry? You want to go get something to eat? Or, you know, anything regarding food. I think I probably told him once that I was hungry and he was like, go find you something in the kitchen then. But it's like, I don't want to go. This is not my house. Like, okay. So, boom. It's nighttime at this point. He tells me, I'm about to go hang with Abby. I'll be right back. And I said, well, I have a headache. Can you take me to get something to eat? He's like, you wait till the last minute to ask me to take you to get something to eat. Now you want to get something to eat when I got something to do. This the shit I be talking about. Da-da-da-da. And I'm like, it's no winning with this man. It is literally no winning with this man. So he's like, man, come on. So we get in the car, right? We go get Abby. We get the food. We went to Cane's, right? When I got the food, I'm sitting in the passenger seat. So I put the food next to me. And as soon as he pulled off, he's like, you're not going to eat the food? You said you were so hungry and that you had a headache and now you're not going to eat the food so you can feel better? This is what I'm talking about. I'm like, oh my God. Like, can you please just not complain about one thing. So boom, I'm trying to explain to him like I don't want to eat the food while you hang with Abby. I just want to sit down and eat my food because I have a headache. Like I didn't feel like hanging out all night. I wanted to just chill. So he's like, oh my God, I'm finna just drop you off, whatever, you getting on my nerve. So we go back to his sister's house, right? And mind y'all, if you've ever been to Louisiana, it's dark as hell in Louisiana. Like once the sun go down, babe, it's dark. There's rarely any lights. There's only lights where the people at. Okay? He parks and he's like, get out. You can go inside. I'm about to go kick it with Abby. All this extra shit. Whatever. He doesn't even wait, y'all, for me to get inside. He don't even, like, wait to see if somebody let me in. Nothing. I get to the gate, because mind you, it was like a gate and then like a regular door. So the gate was open. So I managed to, get to the door. But I'm like knocking on the door, and all I see behind me is Sky! He just pulls off. And I'm like, that's crazy. That's wild. So eventually, the sister's wife ended up opening the door for me. And mind y'all, at this point, I'm like literally holding in my tears because I'm like, there's no way in hell I did all this to get with this man, and then this man takes me to Louisiana and leaves me at somebody's house that I don't know. I can't. Like, this is insane. So I'm holding back tears. And she's like, are you okay? Where's Derek? What happened to Derek? Why would he leave you? Yo. So I go into the back room. And I'm just back there and I'm like eating my canes. And I'm like crying at the same time. Because I'm just like, I can't believe this. I can't believe this man would do this to me. This is fucking crazy. Right? Ended up crying myself to sleep. She came in there and talked to me at one point, but she really didn't make it no better. She was just like, that's just a man. Like, you just gotta understand the man. Sister, I don't want to hear none of that. So he ended up coming back later that night. And I know it was later that night because, baby, I was KO'd. I was asleep. And he ended up waking me up trying to, like, talk and, like, apologize and be like, oh, I'm sorry, and da-da-da. And I had an attitude at that point because it's like, you didn't even text me afterwards and apologize. You didn't even come back to check up on. You didn't even wait to see. Like, so many instances you had to fix the issue and you're just now fixing the issue. Stop playing with me. So I copped the attitude, and then after I copped the attitude, he copped the attitude. So everybody got an attitude. Whoop-de-woo, it's an attitude party. Irritating. But that's one instance, y'all. Second instance in Louisiana? Yes, we're still in Louisiana. We went to his friend's house, right? A mutual friend of him and Abby. And we went over there. We was all kiki-kiing, laughing. They were making jokes. And they made a joke about him, and I chimed in on the joke, right? As soon as I chime in, it's like all hell breaks loose. It's like he sees red. It's like the devil has appeared from the floor, and why would you speak? Like, oh my God, my bad. I tried to kiki. And mind you, before we even got over there, he told me, he was like, don't be acting weird and don't be shy. Like, you better be interacting and da-da-da-da. So when I got over there and I interacted, you're mad that I interacted. I'm so confused. Okay. So after I made this joke, he gets butthurt and he storms out of the apartment that we were, her friend's apartment or whatever. And he gets in the car. And I'm stuck in the house with Abby and the friend. And I'm like, what's wrong with him? And he's like, oh, I don't know. He just, he's sensitive. That's just what he be doing. So I'm like, okay, well, as his girlfriend, I'm gonna go check up on him. So I go out there. He got the window rolled up. Here he go again with this damn phone. Okay, and he's just like this with the window rolled up, and you good? You want to talk? Like, what's wrong? I'm steady talking through this window, and he's not saying anything. So at this point, I'm like, okay, you want to be childish, like instead of just saying what the is wrong with you, you want to be childish, whatever. So eventually, he cracks the window a little bit, and he's like, what? And I'm like, I didn't mean to offend you if you felt offended. It was just a joke. And he's like, well, I don't take that joke lightly. Like, you messing with my manhood. I don't play with my manhood. You be playing and that shit weird as fuck. Da, da, da. You just want to embarrass me in front of my friends, trying to impress them and shit. Babe, what? Why would I want to impress your friends that I'm probably never going to see again? These are your friends. Your friends, baby boo. He ends up copping an attitude, rolling the window up, and literally reverses his car and goes to the back. And mind you, it was an open parking lot, so when I say the back, he moved from one parking spot to another parking spot. But he reversed into it. Childish as like. So then I go back into the apartment, and I'm like, I don't know what's wrong with him, but he finna piss me off because he just backed the car up on me while I was talking to him. And Abby was like, okay, well, I'm finna go talk to him because I don't know why he doing you like that. That's wrong. She went out there to talk to him, and y'all, soon as I came out there to try to join the conversation, this man tells Abby to watch out, and he moves the car again. We both go back inside. I come out one more time. I guess this last time that I came out really just must have ticked him off because instead of backing up into the parking spot, this man pulled off. He left. Didn't come back until it was dark. Mind you, the sun was still up. It was like close to getting nighttime, but the sun was still up. So by the time he came back, the sun was down. And I'm in there telling Abby, okay, well, how am I going to get back to where I need to be? Because at the time, we weren't staying at his sister's house anymore. We had overstayed our welcome. Now we're at his dad's house and we're overstaying our welcome there because you also didn't tell your dad that you brought me out here. And your dad's not cool with you having a female in his house, which is understandable. He ends up coming back, right? But the fucking sun is down. Like, it's dark as hell. So she's like, oh, well, if he doesn't come back, we'll get you dropped off or whoop-de-whoop, whatever. No. Tell him to come back. So I don't know what conversation they had, but basically he told Abby to ride with her friend and that he was coming to pick me up and drop me back off and that he was gonna go kick it back with Abby. I don't know why he couldn't just tell me that. What the fuck ever. So he come back, I get in the car, and at first he wasn't talking to me, but as soon as he pulls off, he gets to snapping. He's like, so you don't have nothing to say? Because mind you, I'm quiet. I didn't say nothing when I got in the car. I didn't say nothing when he came. I didn't say nothing. I was just like, just go ahead and drop me off. I ain't got nothing to say. Because you doing too much over a little joke. And that was so unnecessary. So I'm not saying anything. But I guess that triggered him. So he's like, you don't got nothing to say. You really embarrassed me the whole day. Ruined my whole day. And now I got to drop you off and da-da-da-da. Just complaining. Just complaining. Just complaining, like, oh my gosh, just anyways, but also belittling me in the process of complaining. So we love that. We get back to his dad's house, right? Before I even get out the car, he's still belittling me to the point like I'm holding back tears and I can't talk. And he's like, well, if you're not gonna say shit, just get out the car because I'm not gonna keep talking to a wall. I get out the car, I go to the door. Dummy, you have to unlock the door. He unlocks the door, right? I go in his room. I immediately, y'all, boo-hoo my eyes out because this is like the worst experience of my life. I like literally cannot believe that I was being treated like this because what did I do to deserve this? It was so crazy. Like I literally could not wrap my head around it, and I still can't wrap my head around it. But doing research, we've come up with the fact that the man's a narcissist, and I was in a narcissistic relationship. After I was crying, he came in. He tried to console me after this whole time of not giving a fuck about how I felt. He came in there, tried to console me, and I was just like, I want to go home with you. And he was like, I ain't gonna go home. Okay, I'll take you home. After that, y'all, we get to Dallas. And this is months after that. The Louisiana stuff that I just told you was just a trip within a 1 to 2 week span. After that, a couple months, I want to say we decided to go to Dallas because we wanted to get summer jobs and save up money before I went back to school. Baby, that is not how that went. But you're gonna have to watch it in part 2. I'm sorry you're gonna have to watch that in part 2. So in part 2 I will pick up on how we went to Dallas, how I finally just had to leave this man. I didn't even leave him, I just had to distance myself away from him because if I didn't, I was gonna lose my mind. Literally. Whew. Breathe for me and you, sister, because I am tired of talking. But I will catch y'all in part 2 of I Dated a Narcissist. Derek! Comment down below. Let's see if you really watched the video for real. Comment down below this emoji. So I know you watched it, and I will catch y'all in part 2. Bye, friend. Hold on. Bye, friend. Hold on. Bye, friend. Bye, friend. Hold on. Bye, friend. How's that? Bye, friend. Hold on. Bye, friend. Yeah. Somebody make me an outro like that. That'd be so cute. Okay, okay. Seriously. Bye.